What's up, everybody? Here we're back with some more Bloodborne. If you remember where we left off yesterday, we had just killed a cleric beast, and we killed Father Gascoigne. So let's go ahead and continue on here. We're gonna run back to Central Yharnam and collect some stuff that we missed. So let's go ahead and get there. Now, if you remember when we played yesterday, we went to the town square, and for new players, I suggested if you get overwhelmed just to run past them. However, we did miss. I believe we missed a bloodstone shard to level up our weapon. So let's go run back and get that here. Oh, hello. I also wanted to give another shout out to another Bloodborne player. If you go to YouTube and just search for the name Jesus Here's Toast, he's a speedrunner that really got me back into Bloodborne. He can beat this game in, I believe, 34 minutes. We're already above that, and we've only beaten 2 bosses. If you ever need strategies on how to kill a certain boss, definitely YouTube him. He can give you expert strats on how to kill a boss. Me, we're just kind of playing through here for fun. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and let's use a bold hunter's mark so you can kind of see what that does if you forget. Reawaken back to the lamppost. So yesterday we just kind of ran through. I showed you some basic ideas on how to get through the first level here. We're gonna kind of go through some lore together. I know yesterday we said we weren't, but let's go ahead and we'll actually read through some of the lore. So yesterday we just skipped all of this guy's dialogue. Let's go ahead and watch and read through some of it.
Never heard of it. But if it's blood you're interested in, you should try the Healing Church. The church controls all knowledge on blood ministration and all varieties of blood. Across the valley to the east of Yharnam lies the town of the Healing Church, known as the Cathedral Ward. And deep within Cathedral Ward is the old Grand Cathedral, the birthplace of the Healing Church's special blood, or so they say. Yharnamites don't.
So yeah, that's where we're going next. Is to Cathedral Ward. We killed Gascoigne yesterday, and he gave us a key to unlock the gate behind him. So let's go ahead and head there. Again, I showed you yesterday, you can always kill this wheelchair guy in here to get bullets. We're already at max, but it never hurts to get more. Hello. Now let's try to parry these guys. Remember I showed you yesterday how to parry. You wait till they attack, shoot your gun, and then run up and hit R1, and you should do a riposte. Nope. Nope. That did not work out well. Okay, that did not work out. Let's try it on the next one. Again, I mentioned for new players, you can heal with a blood vial by hitting triangle. But if you die to a boss, you might run out of blood vials if you die multiple times. So it never hurts to get more, and also kind of use them sparingly when you're not facing a boss. Let's try it again. There we go. It's not as bad if you mess up on weaker enemies because they don't do much damage, but on guys like that, they can sometimes two-shot you, especially if they do successive attacks. If you remember yesterday, we also unlocked this shortcut, so we can always just call the elevator back up. I'm also uploading these videos to YouTube. Just search for Skender on there. That's S-K-C-E-N-D-E-R. It also has timestamps in case you just want to go right to the boss for the strategy on the boss. Let's try this again here. See if we can time this a little bit better with the boulder. Uh-oh. Oh crap, there it comes. Woo! That was close. That's how it's supposed to work. Let's see if I can fight just this guy with the shield to show you the shield break again. Let's first see if this guy, hopefully he won't kill me. Oh, too early. So as just a reminder, if you ever want to face a specific enemy, you can look at them, push in R3 to lock on. If there are multiple enemies, you can then swipe to the right or left and it'll change which enemy you're focusing on. This allows you to strafe and everything. But yeah, so let's go ahead and break this guy's shield and leave him open for attack. Again, you hit R1, L1 for the weapon transfer, and now he's wide open for attack. After we beat Gascoigne, we found the red jewel that belongs to the little girl's mother. We're not going to go return it right now. You can choose to return it or you can keep it for yourself. We'll make that decision a little bit later. And this was, we used the key we got after beating Gascoigne to open this gate. Got a little bit of running to do here. Now, as I mentioned yesterday, there is an online option for this game where you can actually see notes that other players have left. You can also leave notes by using the notebook. So you just pull that up and you type out your message, and you can try to troll people by putting fake information, or you can, you know, be nice and give them, you know, real clues on where to go. If you're playing online, you can also see where other players are, where they're at. You know, you'll see basically ghosts running around. Now, you can't interact with them, but you can see what they're doing. Blood Gem Workshop Tool. A misplaced workshop tool from the Hunter's Dream. The hunter who retrieves this can fortify weapons by kneading blood gems into them. Blood gems add properties to weapons when used to fortify them, as blood defines an organism. So this is what we're going to use to actually put gems into our weapon to, you know, give them more strength or, you know, different properties. So after we get to the next area, we'll go back to the Hunter's Dream and put in a gem. Again, the atmosphere in this game is just amazing. Now, I am by no means an expert in Bloodborne lore. There are many YouTube videos on online that you can watch to really get into lore. One thing you can notice that someone online pointed out to me is that if you remember Father Gascoigne, he had his eyes covered, and you'll notice a lot of the NPCs will talk about the smell you give off, basically saying that they can't see you. So we're going to talk to this guy here, and he's going to say kind of something similar.
Oh, you must be a hunter. Very sorry. The incense must have masked your scent. Good, good. I've been waiting for one of your ilk. These hunts have everyone all locked up inside, waiting for it to end. It always does, always has, you know, since forever. But it won't end nicely, not this time. Even some folks hiding inside are going bad. The screams of women folk, the stench of blood, the snarls of beasts, none of them's too uncommon now. Yarnum's done for, tell ya. But if you spot anyone with their wits about them, tell them about this here Erdon Chapel. They'll be safe here. The incense wards off the beasts. Spread the word. Tell them to come on over, if you wouldn't mind.
So he's basically saying that if I come across anybody that's looking for refuge, I can tell them to come here. So we're gonna head back into Central Yarnum here in a few minutes. And if you remember that lady who was asking me for a safe place to go, now that I've uncovered Erdon Chapel, I should be able to tell her to come here.
I shouldn't be asking you, but if you happen upon someone while hunting, tell them about if they seem worth being. Oh, and I'll do since.
Seems a little too eager for somebody to come here, but maybe he's just lonely. Okay, let's go to the Hunter's Dream. We'll infuse our weapon, and then we'll go to Central Yarnum and talk to the lady. And we're also going to talk to the little girl. So remember from the chest we got the workshop tool. So now you unlocked blood gem fortification. Fortify weapons using blood gems imbuing weapons with special characteristics. So as of right now, we don't have any gems, but we're gonna open up our inventory, go down to the red jeweled brooch, and we're going to use it. Red blood gem. A blood gem that fortifies weapon and adds various properties. Droplet blood gems are special gems that adapt to various weapons and shapes. Created from a bright red brooch, this blood gem strengthens the effect of rallying. A quintessential hunter skill, rallying symbolizes the battle-worn hunter who is often the only thing standing after a bloodbath. Now, the only thing bad about using using the brooch is that we can no longer return it to the little girl. So that's going to impact how her story plays out. You can just return it to her, and you would then lose the option to turn it into a blood gem. So if you see there, it's taking my physical attack from plus 13, it's increasing it to plus 16. You see the effects on the side there, physical attack up, plus 2.7%, boost rallying potential. We still don't have enough bloodstone shards to level up our weapon again, so let's talk to Gehrman, see if he has any new dialogue.
The moon is close. It will be a long hunt tonight. If the beasts loom large and threaten to crush your spirits, seek a holy chalice, as every hunter before you has. A holy chalice will reveal the tomb of the gods, where hunters partake in communion. Most of the holy chalices lie deep within the tomb.
Again, it's like most other games where
And the few
an NPC can have multiple lines of dialogue, and again, once you get to the end and it recycles, you've essentially met the requirement for this area.
But if the old hunter tales remain true, one of the holy chalices is worshipped in the valley hamlet. Yet the town is in disarray.
The storyline in Bloodborne and Dark Souls games are very obscure. You can play the game, and because everything is a one-shot chance, you can miss certain aspects of it, or even if you hit everything, it still won't make sense. So don't feel at a loss if you don't understand what's going on. I did want to point these out over here. These are chalice dungeons. Basically, it's just a way to get more unique blood gems to level up your weapon and your character further on in the game. I believe some are randomized, some are set, and you need to meet certain requirements in order to start the Holy Chalice. We're going to go back to the first floor where we started at. I forgot to show you one area. It's Josefska's clinic. It's another storyline in the game. But again, if you don't check every corner, check every location, you can easily miss characters that are behind doors, and this game is so dark you can sometimes can't even see the NPC standing there. So this is where we came down and got the first lantern. We're gonna actually go back up the stairs, and the door's closed where we came from.
Oh, well, hello. Splendid. Let me ask you a small kindness. You're soon off to hunt, I presume? Then, if you find any survivors, tell them to seek Josefka's clinic.
Oh, so now she's saying to bring
Upon my
them
Hippocratic
back to
oath,
the clinic.
If they are yet human, I will look after them. Perhaps even cure them. This sickness, these beasts, they are not to be feared. This time the night is long. I may
Now,
be
unfortunately,
trapped
because
here,
we didn't do this
but
right
I should
away,
do
we
something
missed
to
the
help.
first set of dialogue from Josefka.
I'll even offer a reward for your... Well, off you go then.
Take a look. Any more dialogue
If
from
you
her?
find any,
Nope.
you can please.
So let's go ahead and go back to the old lady and see if she's willing to listen to us. If you remember when we first started the game, we came out here. Now normally we would have had to have gone left to go up that ladder, but we unlocked this shortcut here. Again, we could kill these guys to get even more blood echoes, but let's just run past them all. Ah! We got these heat-seeking snipers again. Probably gonna shoot me in the back here. Before we talk to the lady, let's talk to the little girl.
Hello, Miss Hunter. Still can't find my mum. Oh, okay. I can wait. But isn't there something I can do? Maybe Mum and Dad are stuck out there, waiting for me to come and find them. What do you think, Miss Hunter?
Ooh, so what do we want to do here? Withhold information, tell her to go to Odin Chapel, tell her of Josefska's clinic. Let's go ahead and tell her to go to the chapel.
Yes, okay. Thank you, Miss Hunter. I love you almost as much as Mum and Dad. And Granddad.
Aw. So if you remember yesterday, we came across her father, Father Gascoigne, and we killed him, and we uncovered that he had killed his wife in a fit of rage.
Thank you, Miss Hunter. I love you almost...
Now we're gonna go back to this shortcut here. Oh, wow. What do these dogs want? Come here, dog. Hey, how are you still alive? Yeah, forget that dog. Again, though, don't forget, the game doesn't stop when you talk to these people, so the dog could still come up and attack me.
Shutting up indoors isn't always enough. Well, if you once had got off your arses, you wouldn't be in this mess. You're obligated to help me, you hear? So what'll it be? Are you going to tell me?
So before, if you remember, she asked if I was going to tell her. It didn't give me an option to tell her anything. We now have two locations to send her. Let's send her to the chapel as well.
You know, an outsider worth a lick of salt. Well, don't just stand there. Don't you have work to do? Go slit some throats. Get this mess.
As I mentioned, there aren't many NPCs in this game, but the ones that are either really depressing or really freaky. Actually, let's just, we were gonna, no, let's just go back to the Hunter's Dream and teleport there. If you wonder why the parry worked there, it's because he did try to attack me with the flame in his left hand. So when I shot the gun, it counted as a parry attempt. What does this guy want? They can attack you as you start to teleport to the Hunter's Dream, so if you have an enemy chasing you, you might just want to kill it really quick. Take a look and see how many blood echoes we need to level up.
Over time, countless hunters have visited this dream. The graves here stand in their memory. It all seems so long ago now. Very well.
Okay, let's take a look and see what we can level up. So, as of right now, we have around 1,300 blood echoes. It requires 2,800 to level up. We do have the cold blood dew that we can use to gain more blood echoes, but I don't think it'll be enough to get us a level, so we're going to save them for now. Let's go back to the chapel. So now when we go to the chapel, hopefully the people we told to come here will be safe. Hey, look, somebody's here.
Oh no, I haven't forgotten. Do you think I owe you something? Well, that's a fine lark, I'd say. This whole mess that Yarnum's in, it's all your fault.
I just got here.
The outsiders. Our blood's ruined, tainted by your ilk. Don't you come near me.
Reminds me of that line from Mean Girls. She doesn't even go here. Okay, let's talk to the, uh-oh, we're missing somebody. Where's the little girl at?
Ah, the hunter. Thank you. So that old girl, you told her about this place, right?
Yes, I did.
Well, she don't offer me much in the way of conversation, but still, I'd rather see her alive anyhow. If
Got a
you find
gesture
any
there.
survivors, send them along to her.
I will do, buddy. So this door's locked. Let's go down here. Let's go back up here. I want to see if Eileen's over here. Alright, she's not here yet. So we're going to progress on to the next area here. Oh, that guy's right here. He's not supposed to come all the way in here. Now you'll notice a difficulty spike in the characters you face here. They'll start to do more damage and take less damage. So that's why we wanted to level up our weapon and put the gem in there. Still can't do much a good effective parry though. Again, the ragdoll. Top hat. What the heck is that? Yeah, so you'll notice things as you gain more insight. You'll start to see more things. You may not necessarily see the enemy, but you'll see auras, and enemies will start to do different attacks the more insight you get. And then if you consume that insight, they won't be able to do those attacks. Let's just take a look and see how the other outfit looks. Not bad, but not as good as Gascoigne's attire. As I mentioned, gear can make a difference in this game, but sometimes it's so little that it's not even worth it. I mean, look here, you have the hat, 40 physical defense, 50 physical defense. I mean, you can see the increases on damage versus thrust damage, blood defense, but it's nothing so bad that you're gonna, you know, be that effective. So again, it never hurts to scope out your surroundings. Looks like there's one enemy there, one and a dog there. That guy with the torch. I believe there's a sniper down here somewhere. So we can play it safe and try to use a pebble. And get this guy over here by himself, hopefully. Come here, buddy. Nope, here comes the dog. Ow. Two down. This guy seems to be walking slow. Let's see if we can do an R2 attack behind him and get a visceral. Now I'm sure there's something going to come up behind me here. Not as a very intuitive fella, is he? Okay, let's go ahead and fight this guy here. What does he want? I usually find it effective if you miss the first parry, just start doing a R1 attack, because sometimes if you get close to them, they will do a short stab. So you won't really have a good chance to parry them again unless you back up. More Molotovs, that's always good. Let's go in here. Again, it never hurts to listen. Sometimes you'll hear people's voices, or you'll hear them walking around. Again, this game is very big on jump scares. See what I mean? You can barely see that enemy right there. Most new players, they're going to see this, say, ooh, an item. And then, right there. And if you notice there with the recovery system, even though the enemy died, I was still hitting R1 and still getting life back. So, just because the enemy's dead doesn't mean you can't still recover some health. This here's a death trap. You can see there. Ow. See how much damage that took. If you get hit once and then you get hit by a dog, you're pretty much dead. Let's go over here and see what's going on. So we're now going to meet another hunter.
You're a beast hunter, aren't you? I knew it. That's precisely how I started out. Oh, beg pardon. You may call me Alfred, protege of Master Ligarius, hunter of vile bloods. So, what say you? Our prey might differ, but we are hunters, the both of us. Why not cooperate and discuss the things we've learned?
So we're going to go ahead and cooperate. I'm not sure what really happens if you refuse. I don't know if he immediately attacks you. I could choose to cooperate with him and then still attack him, but again, I'll lose his quest line, and these hunters early on are pretty difficult, so he'd probably kill me anyways.
Oh, very good. Very good indeed. Take this to celebrate our acquaintance.
Ah, fire paper. We're going to be using a lot of that throughout the game.
Beast hunting is a sacred practice. May the good blood guide your way. There must be oodles for us to share. Go on, just tell... As you know, the Healing Church is the fountainhead of blood healing. Well, I'm a simple hunter, quite unfamiliar with the ins and outs of the institution. But I have heard that the holy medium of blood healing is venerated in the main cathedral, and that counselors of the old church reside in the high stratum of the cathedral ward. If you seek blood healing, and the church is willing, you should pay them a visit. Byrgenwerth is an old place of learning, and the Tomb of the Gods, carved out below Yharnam, should be familiar to every hunter. Well, once a group of young Byrgenwerth scholars discovered a holy medium deep within the tomb. This led to the founding of the Healing Church and the establishment of blood healing. In this sense, everything sacred in Yharnam can be traced back to Byrgenwerth. But today, the college lies deep within a tangled wood, abandoned and decrepit. And furthermore, the Healing Church has declared Byrgenwerth forbidden ground. It's unclear how many of its scholars remain alive, but only they know the password that allows passage through the gate. I bid you farewell.
So basically, it just came down that there were two schools of thought in regards. One group thought that you could use blood for healing purposes, and then another one did not. Again, there's a lot more lore behind it. I've beaten this game, and I can't recall it off the top of my head, so we're just going to continue on. And we're just going to take a look at fire paper. Coarse paper that applies fire to weapons when rubbed. A hunter tool found in the Healing Church workshop. Since the tragedy that struck Old Yharnam, fire has become a staple in beast hunts and is thought to cleanse impurity. Certain types of beasts have an abnormal fear of flame. Again, same thing with Molotov cocktails. Beasts have an abnormal fear of flames. We're going to activate this switch here. Another Madman's Knowledge. Don't forget, we use that to gain insight. Am I alone down here? Looks like it. Ah, another bloodstone. Ah! This game scares the crap out of you. What do you want, wolf? Take that. Ah, another bloodstone shard. Nothing else in here that I can remember. Let's continue on. Antidote. Small medicinal tablets that counteract poison, used to treat ashen blood, the baffling sickness that ravaged Old Yharnam long ago. These tablets only provide short-term relief. The ashen blood ailment eventually triggered the spread of the beastly scourge. Now we come into an opening here. Let's go ahead and go back to the Hunter's Dream. we should have enough shards now to upgrade our weapon again, and we're also going to take a look at the blood gem that we got to see if it's better than the one we have. So there we go, we have 5, we need 5, take it from 99 to 108. So yeah, it looks like the red blood gem we have is better than the tempering bloodstone. You will eventually be later on be able to add multiple gems to one weapon. I guess we could, in theory, right now add this to our pistol. I guess we can't actually. I thought we could. I think we have enough of those. And I mentioned yesterday, I misread this. This is the small resonant bell. You actually ring this in online play, and you will be summoned to another hunter's world to help them. So you're basically, if someone else, another player is ringing a bell to get help, and then if you're ringing the spell, you two will connect, and you'll be warped into his world and help him with the level or the boss. There is the one that we have here. The beckoning bell, where you use insight to ring and call somebody else. And then you can fire the silencing blank, which would basically force the player in your world to leave. Let's go ahead and we're going to use these right here. Get even more blood echoes.
Welcome.
Now let's go ahead and level up.
Very well, let me.
Maybe more strength. And right now we're at 20. We need 3,100. We're at 2,000. So we have quite a ways to go. Do we want to purchase anything? There's more weapons here. So again, you can choose if you so choose. And as I mentioned yesterday, the cost of the blood vials already went up. So they were 180 before, they're now 360. But since we're not gonna use them right now, again, I mentioned new players, it never hurts to buy more blood vials. Probably got another half an hour left in the stream. I'll show you how to get to the shortcut. We probably won't be fighting any bosses tonight unless I get back on later. But at least we'll get the shortcut. This is the next area is kind of difficult, especially for a new player. There's a lot going on. So if you can unlock the shortcut, that'll save you a bunch of time. At least if you do die, you can immediately go back. This town is long abandoned. Hunters not wanted here. We're gonna open the door anyways. So the first thing you're gonna want to do right away, when you open this door, is you're gonna want to come over here. You're gonna want to kill any of these guys that you see. Now they do disappear though if you can't kill them fast enough. Thankfully we got them, because these guys are always gonna have bloodstone shards. And later on, I believe they even have the higher up shards you need to level up your weapon. Now the only problem is that we can't get back up right now, so we're gonna have to fall down here. Fall down here. And I believe I hear somebody. What are you doing way over here by yourself? Oh, there's another guy right there. And in case I didn't point it out yesterday, if you actually successfully land the visceral, you will be invincible while you're performing the visceral, so enemies can't come up and gank you from behind. So we already had a torch. Here's the hunter's torch. Does a little bit more damage, a little bit more fire damage. We'll equip it, but again, we don't really use the torch that much. See, well, here's the shortcut. Here's where it'll come out when you find the shortcut, but we have to go quite a ways. Now, what's interesting in this game is that there are skips where you can basically use glitches in the game, like most games have, to override the area and just fall off, and you won't necessarily die, and you avoid a lot of the pain. But you know, you play this game to actually enjoy it, so we're gonna go through the normal route. There is an item down here, but I don't want to have to climb back up again. So we're just gonna avoid it for now.
You there?
Oh, who's that?
Hunter! Didn't you see the warning?
Where is he?
Turn back at once. Old Yarnum, burned and abandoned by men, is now home only to beasts. They are of no harm to those about. Turn back, for the hunter will face the hunt.
So it sounds like it's another hunter that's out here basically saying that the beast in Old Yarnum, where we're at right now, is no threat to people basically from the area that just came. But we're gonna ignore him because we do what we want. He's not our real dad, is he? Ooh, that guy came out of nowhere. Uh-oh. So obviously, as I mentioned yesterday, I've played this game before, so I know where a lot of the enemies are coming from, so I know what to expect. It's a lot harder when you're coming in fresh and you just don't see anything, and then all of a sudden an enemy pops out of nowhere. See, here comes another one. The one thing that fire can do, I think it's against, it might be these enemies over here. Maybe it's not these enemies. Does he get scared of my fire? Nope, he does not. What? How are you still alive? Die. What's this? Oh, crap. Ah, 2 more bloodstone shards. We are going to be able to upgrade our weapon here soon again. Upgrading your weapon is really key. I mean, that's where you get most of your damage from when it comes to your physical attack obviously helps, but the fortifying the weapon is where it's really at. Again, look at this. Creepy, huh? I love it.
You are a skilled hunter, adept, merciless, half-hearted, as the best hunters.
Ah, see, that's the one that's afraid of my fire. See, now he's not attacking me because I have the flame out. Now this guy, he has his eyes covered, so he doesn't care. He's just going to charge me. None of them are dead. So here I am again cycling through the enemies. I'm locked on, but I'm toggling through all of them.
Which is why I must stop
Okay, he's mad now. Oh, crap. There he is. He apparently has a Tommy gun. Anytime you step out. Come on, shoot me. Oh, where's the sound out? We're gonna play it safe and heal. We're gonna get shot at. Whoa! So yes, if you ever want to YouTube a shortcut here, there is a way where you can run, jump off that cliff, and you will fall and land on a very, very small post, and then you jump again and you will basically skip this entire area we're gonna go through, but again, there's no fun in that. We're probably gonna die instead. Uh-oh. Some more antidote. Sounds like those are gonna be important. Another bloodstone shard. Now, this game is going to put you in positions to die, as I mentioned yesterday, so I believe if I run out in here, he's just going to open fire on me, so you really can't fight them here. Ah, see, and I believe he shot some barrels down there that caused the fire. Ow! Ow! So where we are gonna run is we're gonna run up behind that wall there. I don't know if there's any enemies over there, so we may get ganked when we run there. Oh! I saw those too late. We'll go ahead and heal. I hate using blood vials there, but whatever. Let's go ahead and run here. Let's heal again, because I think we're gonna run out into the open right here. Here we are. We're gonna run full speed. There's some birds over here. You're gonna die if you either just don't know they're there. Again, you're usually just trying to get away from the guy with the gun, so you're gonna run over there, and then those birds are gonna just team up on you. This looks like a scary place. Oh, look at that. Nice try, game. That's why you gotta be careful. Because new players are gonna run in here, see that guy, come over here to back up, and then just get destroyed. So let's go ahead and fight this guy. Let's try to parry him. Nope. Very key to watch your stamina there. If I would have taken one more swing, I might have killed him, but then if I didn't, he's gonna get 4 or 5 free shots on me. And he's dead. Let's go in here, be careful though. Blood-tinged gemstone. Can't go up there. Tempering blood gemstone. You're gonna collect a lot of these throughout the game. Okay, let's take a look and see. Now, here's a very difficult spot, because we already saw one enemy going behind the fog there, but there's some more out there. But the second I step out here, he's going to unload on me with the gun. So you can try to draw them out one at a time. See, I don't think this is going to make it there. Looks like we might have another viewer out there. Welcome. We're in Old Yarnum right now, and I don't want to die. Let's get fancy. Let's just try to bait him back in here. We're going to run around. Again, the guy's firing at me. Let's try to get back inside to get away from the gun. Now, we're going to have a lot of guys on us, though, so... come back here. No, no, come back, come back, come back. Come here. Look how many guys are out there. What are you doing? Yep, you too. Oh, bring your friend. More the merrier. Parry, your post. Come on, bring your friend. Come here, buddy. What are you doing out there? Come here. Gotcha. Yep, you too. Come here, you. Hey. I threw a rock at you. Another parry, hopefully. Nope. Nope. So now there should only be one guy left. But again, this the hunter with the cannon can just basically destroy your dreams, so it's always good to be careful. What's over here? Nothing's over there. I might be dead. No, no, no. Get back inside, get back inside. Go ahead and heal that way I don't die. Where's the other one at? There he is. What are you guys doing? Nope, I'm trapped. Another bloodstone. So this whole area should now be cleared out, so we can kind of run around and feel somewhat safe. I don't know what that sound is. It's terrifying. I don't really want to know. What's up here? So you can go up this ladder, but that's where the hunter is. And if you walk up on him right now, he's immediately going to turn and you're going to have to fight him. So we're going to avoid that for now. Let's go ahead and go through here. And this place is terrifying the first time you come here. Are those enemies over there? Yep, that's one enemy. There's another one. Make sure nobody behind us. Yep, there's one too. Nice try, game. I always find that the most important thing you can do is when you're facing a couple enemies is look behind you, because chances are somebody's trying to come over from behind you. This guy's... I don't like the way they're slow walking me right now. Back up. You're gonna get hit. Nope, too early. Again, I did a little transform weapon there just to get some extra damage to kill him. Now, fair warning, if you play this area very reckless, you're probably gonna die. Now, it's different once you actually see enemies. You're gonna want to be aggressive, but if you just run out here, you're gonna basically attract every enemy in this room. I did that my first time. I survived, luckily, but it was very intense. What am I hearing? That does not sound very pleasing to me. Nope, what am I doing? They're not even attacking me and I'm trying to parry them. What am I doing? That's where you get nervous if you're going to die, so you start trying to parry before they even give you the chance. So yeah, if you hear all that screeching, there's one enemy, there's two enemies, there's three enemies, and there's also a bunch that are hidden. Oh, where's this guy at? Where'd these guys come from? And there's a lot of them. Holy crap. I'm gonna die. Back up, get your endurance back up. Might want to relocate. Try to tunnel them. I'm gonna use one of these here just to be safe. Oh crap. Back up. Okay, doesn't hurt. Back up again. Come here, guys. I'm gonna die. No, no, no. Ah, ah, ah. So I believe what attracted all these guys was the screeching. I don't know how to stop the, or how to keep them from screeching the original time, but I believe when these guys screech, it attracts all of those monsters down below. Another one, huh? Dude, what are these guys doing? Get away from me. Attack me! Attack me! Dude, how many guys are in here? Yeah, thanks, guy. You're keeping your other buddy from attacking me. Appreciate it. Take this. I'm just kind of wasting Molotovs right now just for fun. Why did this guy slow walk me? Oh, I thought he was gonna jump on me. Whoa, hello. So another difficult spot for a beginner, but you can also, as I mentioned earlier, if you wanted to, just speed run through everything, just avoid it, run away from every fight. But again, where's the fun in that? I think everything's dead in here. There might be another guy back here, though. No? No? Another madman's knowledge. What the hell is that? Ooh, fun. Let's look at this. What is this? Ritual blood. Probably gonna die while reading this for you, but... Ritual blood. Material used in a holy chalice ritual. One of the basic ingredients used to satiate a holy chalice is the incoagulable blood. Sorry about that. When all is melted in blood, all is reborn. I want to get that item up there. I don't know what it is, but let's go back up and get it. Take this ragdoll. How do we get up there? Is there a shortcut? Although, be careful, the last thing you want to do is get greedy and then fall off a high location, and then you'll die. And again, all the enemies respawn. What's this over here? Is this the way to get it? Let's be safe. We have a lot of extra blood vials in inventory, so let's just go ahead and use one here so we don't. Be very careful of a lot of birds in one area because they usually all attack at once. And they can do a lot of damage. Come on, what are you doing? more pebbles. That looks like another boss area over there. This looks like an area where they're going to try to gank you. Is there somebody behind me? Nope. So this game can be very scary because, you know, we've been playing for around, you know, almost 30-40 minutes now. We have over 7,300 or 7,500 blood echoes. Still haven't found a shortcut yet. So if we die, we're going to have to run through all of that again. Now if I die, I'm not going to fight everything again, I'm just going to run through it. But I can't see anything, so I'd be tempted just to run in there, but I know things are here. So we're going to play it safe. Where are we? Come on. Come here. Yep, there's one, there's another one coming. There's three. Dominated. Okay, I think we're safe. I think it never hurts just to stop walking. There's one right there. Can't even see him. But maybe he doesn't hear me. Let's see if I can get a backstab on him. Yep. Okay, on to the next area. Why does this game want to kill me so bad? Oh no. Oh crap. Two dogs. Let's not get greedy here. Uh-oh. Okay. Now that we killed one, we can take the other one on without the Molotov. Never hurts to keep it on hand, just in case. With these enemies, what I find really helpful is let them do their charged attack first. Leaves them very susceptible to a counterattack. Because if you what usually happens is you might go to attack him and then he'll attack you, and you'll kind of trade blows, but he's going to take off more damage than you are. The door does not open from this side. I knew that was going to happen, I just wanted to scare you. But in my desire to scare you, I almost died because that thing in one hit took off about 2/3 of my health. Oh, hello. Where you go? Ah, remember, here we are. So here's the shortcut. We're now back. So now if we die, we don't have to run through all that again. We can just go to the right, come back in here. Ooh, more fire paper. So instead of going on to the next boss right now, I'm going to go back to the Hunter's Dream. The next boss can be difficult, so I'm going to usually recommend new players level up again. And also upgrade your weapon, because you picked up a lot of blood shards. And you're going to need that extra damage here on the next boss. I could save some time here and just use the Hunter's Mark and awaken back new at the lamppost, but let's just go ahead and run there. It's a very tall ladder. But yeah, that's also another very frustrating place for beginners, just because of the hunter at the top there, making things very difficult. So let's go ahead. We're gonna use all of our cold blood's dues to get even more blood echoes. Let's level up our weapon first. So yeah, now we're gonna go to Assault Cleaver level 3. And so our Bloodstone shards now no longer level up our weapon. We're going to need to collect twin Bloodstone shards, and we need 3 of them. So we have yet to get anything for those. Let's go ahead and see if we got any better blood gems. You can kind of see here, just for easy's sake, the red number obviously means it's going to do less damage than what I currently have, so it means it's worse. But I now, because I leveled up my Saw Cleaver, I now have a spot for a second gem. So the if you see here, the second stat is whichever gem I'm leveling up. So this one does plus 24 now. It goes up physical attack 0.7. This one does 1.4. Nothing else matters there. So we're gonna go. And you see here, these are the same. And I guess it doesn't hurt, since we don't need the Bloodstone shards anymore. We can level up the pistol, and that will allow us to put gems in our gun. But again, you only really use the gun for parrying in this game. We can now buy the Kirk Hammer, which is a pretty cool weapon. The one-handed option is just a sword. The transform weapon, you basically stick the sword into a big rock, and it now becomes an overpowered hammer. So let's go ahead and level up our pistol. Nothing you have to do, but we can. We're going to keep the other Bloodstone shards. And now we're able to put a gem in. Let's go ahead and level up. Come back to the doll.
Welcome home. What is it? Very well, Letton.
We should be able to do a couple levels here. Let's go ahead and do 1 into Vitality, 1 into Endurance, and then another into Vitality. We got pretty good strength here, so.
Farewell, good hunter.
And then again, we have about 2,000 left. It's not really going to do much toward the next level, so we're just going to go ahead and buy 5 blood vials. If you feel confident in your ability, nothing you have to do, I just recommend it. But yeah, so we're going to call it there for right now. Next stream, we're going to go ahead and take on the next boss. It's a pretty difficult boss, but hopefully we're going to be able to one-shot it here. But thanks for tuning in, and see you later.